qué rico. ¿Quieres un cafecito? ¿Quieres un latte? Quizás un Yapp-a-lotte. Hay que yappear together. Enjoy, amigo, is welcome to Yapp-a-lotte. Qué rico. Qué rico. Qué rico. Qué rico. Qué rico. Qué rico. Qué rico.
Hello everybody. Welcome to man, what is the name of our Yapp-a-lotte, where we yap a latte. And I am your host. You know what? Since I have zero preparation, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna call myself Peppa Bite. How about that? Peppa, like pepper, like a chili pepper, and then a bite, like a megabyte. And I am with my host.
Glithy, like glitchy.
Ooh. Honestly, we didn't even mention this at all. So, I was like, she got something loaded, but you did. I just had a feeling. I just woke up like 10 minutes ago, if that. So there we go. What's going on? What's new?
I don't have anything new to talk about. Haven't done much this past week.
Wow, we are in the exact same state. All I've done this past week is just eat stuff that gives me heartburn. Cookies. What else? I ate some mangoes, some dried mango, some candied mango. It's been terrible. How about even in the Japanese front? Have you been doing anything?
They live in Japan. Is it true they're illiterate? Can they even speak it? Well, what about English? Maji, ganbatte ne.
Oh yeah, I've been doing pretty good. I've been hitting the books, suffering through kanji, suffering through grammar.
Oh, it's so crazy, this language. We could take up like a whole episode on either one probably, but which one have you been most locked in on?
Mostly I'm locked in on grammar. I'm trying to get myself into that. N3 is locked in and N2 is going. But
Ooh.
oh man, there's so much.
So what was it again? For the end of this year, you're going to do N3?
Yeah, this year I'm going to do N3.
Okay. Yeah, grammar. I think, yeah, I've been, I know you said you're locked in on both, but I've probably been more locked in on kanji. But by locked in, it's mainly me like getting bodied on Netflix subtitles. I don't know what's going on with Netflix. There was once upon a time, you could use a VPN to go to enjoy Netflix in other places or whatever. But I don't know if they got that blocked. I don't know if that still works. But what I do know is that Netflix in Japan is pretty bad with regards to multilingual options. So half of this isn't even me trying to be a good boy student here. It's more like, dude, Konosuba only comes in Japanese with Japanese subtitles. Like, I know a dub exists, bruh. And I know a dub exists on Netflix, so why isn't it here? So I'm sure it's something related to license.
You haven't hit the fun part.
Uh-huh.
The fun part is when only the first season has subtitles. And then you get into it, and then season number 2 ain't no fucking subtitles.
Yeah, I noticed that almost immediately when I first came to Japan. It was like, for being the country of convenience, they really don't have any deaf person's back with regards to these shows. Like Netflix, the only reason some of these animes have subtitles is definitely because of Netflix. Because if you go on Amazon streaming or whatever they call it, most of the shows, they got a lot of shows on there, and most of them do not have even Japanese captions. I should probably clarify that. Yeah, captions. They don't even got captions. And on Netflix, yeah, it's clearly because it's been a habit by I'm assuming American companies, but by Western companies to have proper subtitles or captions. And so that's why they do have them. But now you're telling me that some of them don't even have that.
Some of them don't have that, just to fuck with you, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. But yeah, I've especially in these like fantasy anime, all these like magic kanji just floating across the screen.
Oh no, fantasy anime will humble you quickly.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, what? But at least the characters are speaking it because they're captions. So I at least get the reading, the yomikata on that. So yeah, that's how I've been doing kanji. I feel kind of dumb, but I need like a little whiteboard and one of them LCD boards just to write on. The ones that are black that, have you seen those? Oh, I don't even know if they're popular. Oh, boogie boards, I think is what they were called in the US.
Maybe. I've seen them though. Some of my coworkers use them.
Yeah, I had no idea, but that's like LCD technology. It's like some dumb version of LCD this whole time.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah, other than getting bodied, that's my end on the Japanese.
I think that sounds about right for the Japanese, because until it starts to feel normal, I think it just kicks your butt the whole time.
That's true. There was a study a long time ago for those language learners. I think it was something like they were testing if you were to watch a show that whose language you're learning, and if you have the subtitles of your native tongue versus the captions of the target language. Basically, they did it for a couple weeks, and like the people who watched it translated in the subtitles improved by nothing, like statistically. I don't know how they measured it exactly, but it was like there was like no improvement. Versus like the people who actually had subtitles actually did improve. So I'm assuming they were using an alphabet language. I don't know if they were using Chinese characters or kanji, hiragana, katakana, like this particular language we're dealing with uses. But yeah, I think I find it to be true because I mean I watched anime for many years with subtitles on, and of course like
didn't learn nothing.
Yeah, I mean like of course like some expressions will get into your brain, but not really. If anything, I wonder like the people who watch Japanese VTubers, and I wonder if they might be improving more because they're just going off nothing. They aren't even watching lips move, and they're just watching like a like a doll move left and right, and they're like trying to figure it out. But okay.
Now you got a good point. Maybe you should give it a try.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing it for like Portuguese. I've had a Portuguese streams in the background, and I mean, because I already speak Spanish, so some stuff definitely like clicks, and obviously there's no captions there because it's live. But anyways, that's what I got for languages. You got anything on your end?
Not really. I'd say that like just dealing with kind of getting used to it, because it's not new grammar, and I don't think it's really hard. Like shikanai is not, the most difficult thing to do. But I think it's just getting used to it.
Yeah. So what are you doing? Are you making like example sentences?
Yeah, making example sentences, and quick plug here, my YouTube Pedal and Ash.
Ooh.
On that, I've been making kind of videos trying to explain the grammar to see if that helps me learn it better.
I'm subbed. But I don't know. I've had like the most inefficient week for some reason. I don't know. And day. But a week overall. But yeah, you usually bust out your notebook and you explain what you've been grinding on, and you even give some tips from what I've seen. So.
Or I try to give some tips. I don't know if they're the best.
I mean, when you're fighting something, most tips will help, I think.
That's true.
Okay, let's move on to the next section. And what is our next section?
Do you want to head into my weird topic of the week where I'm going to talk a little bit conspiratorial? Or do you want to do something else?
Dude, you know I can't turn down a conspiracy. All right. so let's hear it. What's the conspiracy of the week?
Conspiracies are real. Don't be no fool. You just have no friends to conspire with and to do something cool. How about them frogs?
So I led you into this being a jerk. So do you know about Polymarket and Kalshi?
I definitely know Polymarket. I forget what Kalshi is.
Kalshi's the same thing.
Okay, so it's what is it, like a trade? No.
So they're prediction markets.
There you go.
So you can bet on anything, basically.
Yeah, I need is there an entry, or should I make an entry, or can one make an entry about cherry blossoms and rain? Like I swear, like I got like some shamanistic view on the universe at this point, where it seems like the rain and the cherry blossoms cause each other. Like every single time, like people are all hyped to go look at cherry blossoms, and then it always rains. Like at least one day, if not more.
Well, I would say go for it, but just make sure it's legal to do.
Oh, okay. Well, tell me more. Why are these prediction markets on the dock?
So, the reason these prediction markets are on the dock is because there have been some interesting findings on these. Now, first of all, just to give the audience a little bit of background into what got this on my radar, it's the first time it came up was one of my students brought it up, actually, because there was a bet on the Iran war, which led to the article I sent you about people placing very, very accurate bets on Kalshi or Polymarket.
What was an example?
So an example was, right, the Iran war is going to start on this day.
Oh, damn.
Or one of the things that's been interesting recently more is there have been some well-timed bets predicting U.S. and Israeli military action. And in the articles that I found that like got into it, one bettor won 93% of their wagers. And so in the U.S., right, obviously this isn't illegal, but I mean, like, Polymarket and Kalshi aren't illegal, but I'm pretty sure this guy is insider trading.
Right.
Insider betting. And so the thing is right, this is a good way or a quick way to do some betting to maybe win some money if you already know the answer.
Yeah. It's going to definitely rain plus or 1- days around the cherry blossom. Max Bloom, convinced.
But here's where I get into my my feelings about this.
Oh.
And that is that I think that pretty much there are certain people going in and doing just like this dude is doing, of course, betting about the US government or things like that, and then knowing the answer. But here's the question that I have is how much are they getting actually paid out?
Well, what's the implication here? What do you mean? Aren't they just getting their money back?
If you win the bet, you should be getting more than your money back.
Right.
But also, they get paid in things like Bitcoin.
Oh, interesting. So there's are you saying there's some kind of like money laundering aspect to this as well?
I feel like there's like, yeah, basically cleaning money, but also because, and this is my general feeling, is that once again, this is probably something that's going to like blow up in everyone's faces. And these are all the people getting in early and getting their money and bouncing.
Wait, how so? You can do like some kind of rug pull using this?
I think there is going to be some rug pulls coming up because one thing that's big is Kalshi, and this is where I get really like in my conspiracy, wants the US government to regulate. They want to write the regulations about it, most likely.
Interesting.
Because right now, this is the wild, wild west.
Yeah, that is basically the American way, is like something that is suspect comes about, and before regulations can come in, they get powerful enough to lobby and write the regulations themselves. So that's true. That is a thing. Okay. So I guess regulations would include a little bit of KYC, know your customer, and I can imagine.
And also ripping people off because you're betting on literally anything.
Yeah, that is weird. I mean, wouldn't there be limits? Like, aren't there like some philosophical limits on what, like, can I be like, tomorrow I'm gonna have some orange juice, and then people are
You
like,
can.
yeah, because if I could just do that, then I can kind of control. I would imagine if I have even a modicum of free will, I might be able to get orange juice tomorrow or not, right? Depending on where it goes. Interesting.
But I want to say that essentially, the idea is you can bet on anything, and they want you to be able to bet on anything, like to predict anything. So, because in Japan, I don't know whether or not you can bet. I know you can go on the website and like peek. I'm not going to actually like try to bet because I'm paranoid about that. But it starts with things like, of course, is Bitcoin up or down, some kind of sports bets, the Democratic nominee. But then you get into stuff of like U.S. forces enter Iran by.
Yeah.
How long will the DHS shutdown last?
Right. And someone
to
probably
just silly
knows
shit like,
yeah, someone probably knows the answer to these last ones for sure.
Yep. And then there's the eternal kind of shit posting ones, like how many tweets will Elon Musk make on March 27th?
See, but if I'm Elon Musk, I got control of that shit, right?
Pretty much.
Like, what the fuck, stop me? Like, fuck, I forgot. Like, I'm just like so volatile. I'm like, damn it, I'm off by one tweet. I bet like my own money on that shit. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I see. Well, first off, I'll go even more conspiracy theory on you, which is remote viewing. Remote viewing, I forget the original name of the program, but essentially it was a government psychic spy program where people try to obviously view the future and also remote locations, both time and space. Remote viewing groups, the first thing everyone's would say would be like, well, if that's real, then why immediately something like this comes to mind, like a prediction market. And there was actually 2 years of studies, I think, published in Nature magazine or whatever journal, where some crew in the 90s that was government affiliated, or at least had 1 or 2 members that were were part of the original program, were able to do silver stock predictions successfully using something called associative remote viewing. I don't know if you guys don't know about remote viewing, then all I gotta say is don't learn it from TikTok. But the remote, because the documents are like they're out there, they're declassified at this point. And also I don't know if I recommend anyone to remote view because you might see entities. Is he being serious? I don't know, man, it's up to you guys to determine. But the point is, something like this, and maybe what's more relevant is there are groups of remote viewers that are professional and they get hired by customers who they'd rather not have their names disclosed, because imagine if it's like Burger King is paying a group of psychics to try to figure out what the burger market is going to look like next year or something like that. It's not a good look for Burger King. And humans in general are very suspicious of any kind of magical thinking or magical this or that. But we can see that a lot of, how do you put it, the rich and wealthy are not so adverse from using things like astrology and stuff. That's pretty obvious if you ever have any,
absolutely.
if you have any wealthy friends, or if you have if you have any wealthy friends, they invite you to go out into the woods and do stuff. It's a thing. So when you mention polymarket, that the first thing that comes to mind is probably that there are definitely for sure teams of remote viewers on this, number one. And it's also interesting to use like a kind of gauging system, because the claim of remote viewing isn't that you got to be like this pro, because it was a military program. Like, it was, the goal of it was to be able to train anybody to get to a certain level. And if it exists, it's probably there for some aspect of human survival on the animal level. And thus, anyone can kind of do it, even if they don't know that they're doing it, potentially. So polymarket, in my eyes, is more, or polymarket, what was the other one? Kalshi? Kalshi, was it?
Yeah, Kalshi.
These companies end up looking, or their services look a lot more like sentiment analysis, which is like how many people think that whoever is going to be president in whatever year. Like, that's probably almost as valuable as anything else, because that means people are willing to put their money on it. And if you just insert even just a tiny bit of magical thinking, now you have like a very interesting machine of potential human prediction, which is interesting, very interesting. But as going to the side of the conspiracy, as with regards to like, what would it be, insider trading, I guess, at whatever, insider betting.
Yeah.
I mean, like, for sure, right? Like, what the, like, there's
like, the conspiracy is mostly that it's only the powerful that are doing the betting, but the insider part, because like the stuff about the Iran war has been a little too knowledgeable.
But that makes sense to me, just because if we're talking like a wartime operation, like, how small is that circle? Like, it's like not big, but it's probably not small either. You know, I'm thinking dozens, if not hundreds of people know what's going on.
Yeah. In this case, because of the surprise of it, yeah, I'd say dozens to hundreds.
Yeah. So that's plenty. And if you're smart, the thing is, like, okay, here's the thing about conspiracy theories. If you don't know any group of people that has conspired to do something, then I'm sorry, but your friends are stupid. Like, even like, people are like, nah, conspiracy. Like, okay, you get like just a group of bros or gals, or bros and gals, or like students at a university. You can conspire to do stuff all the time. So now just add a bunch of money and secrecy and brotherhoods and sisterhoods and family dynamics and history. Add a few castles and yachts. Are you kidding me? Like, what are we talking about? Like if you like what do you mean conspiracies are just like not like people who believe in zero conspiracy theories? I feel like it's more like it's like a believing in Santa Claus or something. Like I'm telling you, like if you have intelligent individuals as friends, odds are you've come up with some conspiracy or another at a certain point. You've conspired to do something. You know, it doesn't need to be like malevolent or something like that, but you've come together, you decided on doing something, you decided maybe it's better to keep it on the low. You know what, even brothers, even if you're like you and your siblings and you're like 12 years old and you're trying to figure out how to do something, like drink the orange juice when mom doesn't want you to, or God forbid rob somebody or something. This can be done. These are so anyways, there's a group of people out there who are kind of living like in some weird infantilized version of reality where it's like, surely they wouldn't do that. And then because they don't acknowledge that that's possible, it ends up just being very stressful when, did you hear about this corruption? It's like, yeah, that's why there's a school of thought where we don't give them that much power to begin with. That's the whole thing. And I think
No, keep going.
Well, also, like I think for the normie, the most obvious one is also with related to sports, right? Like if you this has happened recently actually. There was a boxer, boxing. Making no direct claims on boxing because it's like an international thing. There's different levels to it. But there have definitely been rumors of, you know, a boxer had to throw a fight or whatever. Because apparently certain mafiosos, certain crime world people happen to be very interested in hand-to-hand combat of some sort. And so they'll have money on people. And then if they really want to win, it wouldn't be that hard to reach out to the coach or reach out to the fighter. Fighters aren't exactly from wealthy backgrounds. So this kind of leaves them open to blackmail. I don't know if people have calculated that. And if you haven't, is your emotional intelligence okay? You know, but yeah, you can calculate that a lot of these people have backgrounds wherein they need the money, and thus they're not that hard to blackmail, I would imagine. So, I mean, there's even going even more normie, going internet normie, there were rumors of the that one boxer dude, who's like a celebrity. He had like a celebrity fight against Mike Tyson. I forget his name.
Oh, are you talking about the Paul's?
Yeah,
Jake Paul, I think was the one.
Yeah, let me type in who did Jake Paul fight recently. List. Yeah, so my understanding is, you know, he's had a few fights and he fought like Mike Tyson and he won against Mike Tyson. And everybody was like, oh, it's because, well, that makes sense because he's old and Jake Paul's like a proper boxer or whatever. And I'm sure he is a proper boxer. I'm not an expert here. I'm just talking out my ass. But anyone who saw the fight, like, bro, Mike Tyson could have done better. Like, that's like, everyone kind of agrees. So, yeah, he lost the fight because he was throwing less punches and stuff. But it's like, everybody's like, nah, bro, like, he could have gone super hard, but he didn't. And he won against, I have a list now in front of me, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. is on here. So it's like some weird humiliation ritual because Julio Cesar Chavez, I'm assuming he didn't fight the old man. I'm assuming this is the son. The father is like a legend. Mike Tyson is a legend. I'm gonna show my ignorance. I don't know the other ones, but he's won every single one except for this last one against a boxer named Anthony Joshua. And then
Anthony Joshua is pretty famous for saying, "Of course I beat him. I wasn't gonna throw the fight."
Yeah. So okay. So then he's making that claim himself. And then after he did that, like after he won, Anthony Joshua, he was like he survived like a car accident where like the car flipped over and it got all messed up. So you know what I mean? Like again, you could easily point fingers, make allegations. I'm not really making allegations here, but one could easily imagine kind of winning as an enforcement just by having enough money. Because especially if someone has like Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, and it's like, okay, well, Jake Paul is a strong fighter, but dude, it's Mike Tyson. Like a lot of people are gonna bet Mike Tyson. But if you already know who is gonna throw a fight, then that's a lot of money to be made. So I mean, and yeah, you could also imagine that if there's a pattern here where Jake Paul seems to win all of his fights, and then suddenly Anthony Joshua wins, a lot of people lost a lot of money. So I'm not even saying it was either of them involved in this. It could have just been like an angry bettor or something like this. I don't know. I guess the real question is this okay? Is this a thing? Should we just go back to gachas and waifus? Keep gambling at that level? What do you think?
Well, if you gamble at that level, you might be a little bit safer. Because I wanted to check something.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I said earlier. So this week, literally, I'm looking at the Japan Times. This was posted today.
Mm-hmm.
And it's talking about how Kalshi and Polymarket just unleashed new rules. Kalshi said that this week it would bar both politicians and athletes from betting on events in which they are personally involved.
It's barely doing that. It's barely doing that. I see.
Then Polymarket updated its rules to say users cannot act on stolen confidential information, wager using illegal tips, or bet if they are in a position to influence the outcome of an event.
Yeah, prove it. Prove it. When I receive a little envelope at a park left under a bench where I read who the winner is going to be or whatever, go ahead. Prove that it wasn't just like some homeless person that left it there and I just happened to read it or something. And I happen to be inspired to choose it. Like, I see. Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of dumb. Because I mean, on the old markets, who's like Nancy Pelosi's record is like undefeated apparently. So it's not just her. My understanding is it's also like she's got family who's plugged in, so to speak. This is all allegedly, guys. We're not trying to get sued. But yeah, allegedly, her record is. My understanding is her record is very good. And there's been some rumors against her as well in that department. And
there's a lot of Congress people with that kind of sniffing around them.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's also not just them. It's like just family members. This is the thing. Like it extends into family as well. Which again, by the way, this is called conspiring. This is called, hey, I happen to have access to this. I can't do it because that would put heat on me. How about you do it instead? Surely there will be no heat on you. I don't know. It's weird. We live in this weird world where it's like people are they're on one hand offended of like the corruption of powerful people, and they're wary of power, and it makes them kind of be anti-power to some extent. But at the same time, they're surprised. Like I don't get. Like are they surprised because they didn't think I'm thinking like, are they surprised because they didn't think of it sooner? Because they didn't identify this potential leak sooner? Like once upon a time, humans, we invented stuff to go hunting. Like, oh look, we got nets, catch more fish this way in one go. We improved the kind of bait we use to catch fish. We've made the arrow sharper so it could pierce deeper into the hide of the animal that we want to eat. The knife is sharper, so it makes our job easier to process the animal. It's like, this is the old like hunting grounds, but the hunting grounds at this stage of civilization, they can be built as well. Like a lot of people are making money just by building the hunting ground, and then not knowing that you could use the same kind of human determinism to hunt on grounds such as Polymarket, to the point where you could even use psychic abilities apparently, or just outright corruption. Like I don't know. We have to kind of decide: is this a thing? What makes it most interesting to me is the sentiment analysis part of it, but also the part where it's international. Because my understanding was like, when we were growing up, like gambling's illegal except for in Vegas, essentially, right? I mean, and Native American casinos.
Like, there are certain areas where you can gamble. There are certain areas where you cannot. And like, the reason I said I don't know about like this in Japan is because I think in Japan you can't bet on events. Like you can't bet money on events. And I don't know if Polymarket and Kalshi fall under betting on events or not in the Japanese laws, because Japanese laws are interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, my personal opinion finally is I prefer this to betting on waifus for sure. like for a waifu, I get like a PNG of an anime girl or whatever, which is not cool. I mean, it's cool, but it's like I can also just draw one from my imagination. I happen to have that skill. But I guess people want the official. I don't know. I've never been someone who just like, I need the official thing. But with this, you might actually walk away with money using just based off Fortuna herself blessing you, or in my case, probably doing a little bit of remote viewing. I don't know. Would you use this?
So my feeling on gambling is if it's fun and it's low stakes, you're fine. The bigger the stakes, the more you messing in stuff you shouldn't be messing in.
Yeah, I mean, gambling is widely considered a vice for a reason, I would say. It kind of triggered, but I mean, the thing is, it really fits this society because every time we scroll up and down on one of these apps, we're participating in a kind of gambling where the payoff is like a little bit of like a little small dopamine injection, and that's it. And what we paid into it is time we never get back. So, I mean, from that perspective, it's like, bro, just go to the horse tracks. Just go bet on a horse or something. It might be better. At least you can make money back. You can't bring your time back.
Maybe you can make money back.
Maybe. Well, the other thing is the grounds on which you're, like, the conditions for the gamble. Because I know people in Japan have become straight up slaves due to horse racing. So I'm sure there's a way to mess it up. But I have a hard, like, if you put in $10 or 1,000 yen and you lose the 1,000 yen, I feel like, and you can just walk away, like, then you've lost 1,000 yen. Versus, I think, isn't it a thing? Like, I know it's a thing with regards to like stock market where I forget what it's called, but you put in like a certain amount of money, but they'll times 1,000. So if you win, you get more win, but if you lose money you didn't even have. So I forget what that's called. Should probably look that up. But I know that's the case in crypto markets, which I have some familiarity with. So I think that's where you get screwed. Like, if I put in 1,000, if I put in some money, but I'm only losing the money that I put in, then I feel like that's like an automatic stop loss. But I think a lot of markets don't end there. They'll like let you kind of borrow money. They let you work with extra money. And now when you lose, you'll owe them that money that they kind of let you borrow. So I think that's really how you get screwed.
Well, you also have to think about now the ease of gambling. Like, you're talking about kind of, in some cases, you know, you go, you choose your money,
Sure.
You gamble. Whereas now you can borrow money, you can just keep going. You could use your life savings much easier. You can just sit on your phone and literally empty your bank account.
Right. Yeah, there are some influencers, especially the ones that do like a lot of on the street stuff, where I don't know what app they have, but they have some kind of app where it's like built into a game. So it's like you help a duck jump. You have a duck jumping across the screen, and the duck lands on something, and if it lands on the right one, you win money, something like that. And yeah, that's, if it's something so easy a child could do, then I don't know about that. There's probably, what's the word? It's probably rigged, honestly. Like, if you have an algo, maybe it's not rigged to the individual, but it's like rigged at the large scale, where it's like, well, today we want to lose this amount of money, but we want to make this amount of money before we put in a quote unquote loss, before we pay out. I mean, that's already.
Well, if you do it smartly, then you have to do some loses.
Yeah, but that's not. But what I'm saying is that's probably already calculated, not even at the individual level. It's probably calculated across the entire market. So it's more like.
No, you're right.
So you're probably more like in a situation where it's like, let's see if the algorithm chooses me to win today, and you already know it's gonna choose you to win if you're like a new user or something. You're gonna open a new account. They're gonna get you, the first one's free kind of thing. Oh, that was easy, and then, yeah, you're right. No, you know what? You're right. People are stupid. We're still at the we're not at the hunting level anymore. Like, not everyone's a good hunter. Like, because if you're a good hunter, like, why would you participate in these unless you had like some kind of insider information? To be honest, like, if you had,
because I feel like for the normies who are in this, there are two types of people. There's I have $50 and I'm gonna like play with this $50 and see what happens. And then there's the normie that's going too far.
Yeah, I think,
and getting in deep financial trouble.
Yeah, I do think humans probably have some kind of unexplained ability to influence the universe around them. But by this point in human history, if you walk into a casino, whatever that power is already being canceled out by something. Because the casinos are also run by humans. So like the casinos or whatever a version of this, whatever these modern day casinos are, like you're fighting against systems that have already taken into account the strange blessed feeling that a lot of these like gambling addicts have, where it's like, today's the day, I'm gonna win today, I'm feeling lucky, the table's hot, I've been losing this whole time, so surely I'm gonna win this next time. Like, I think there's a reason why humans feel like that, and it might even be magical, like actually magical, not just magical thinking. But I'm telling you guys, whatever is in these casinos, it's canceling out your powers, bro. It's just not canceling out your feeling. So you probably should not participate in this. Yeah, that's kind of my view. And again, I would say, like, even if you're like let's say like if you're gambling on boxing, assuming boxing is not rigged and it's totally fair and it's perfectly fine, wouldn't you want to gamble on boxing if you're like a boxing aficionado? Like if it's just like me, who's not well versed in boxing, I'm just like, this guy's name sounds funny. But then again, maybe that was like the Japanese strategy with horse racing, because that's why horses have such like creepy names.
You took me back. The horses don't have creepy names.
Was it special weekend, bro? What does that mean?
Horses are named in strange ways because you have to, especially if what they're bred from is a winner, they want to use that same name again. Sorry, I'm from Kentucky.
All right, so it's just a magical incantation. My bad. It's just a magical transmutation of trying to transfer the winning name onto the new horse.
Pretty much.
I see. The names still sound creepy to me, though. I'm looking up lists right here. Deep Impact, Equinox, Oguri Cap, The Gray Miracle, Almond Eyes. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, yeah.
All right. So that's the big topic I wanted to talk about. Now I have a small topic.
Mm-hmm.
And this is mostly, I want your opinion, and then I'll give my opinion.
Why is food not real anymore? Why can't I just eat a regular meal? Why is everything so fake? What did humans do to deserve this fate? It's called greed.
Okay.
So first, a little background. There has been some problems with oranges, particularly, this is like globally.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, like, oranges are becoming kind of a hot commodity because of a bad crop, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so Japan has come up with an idea.
Oh, man. Okay.
And that idea is to make an orange flavored drink. It'll be 100% juice, but no oranges.
What? So it just tastes like orange?
Yes.
Isn't that just like the stuff we feed in poor neighborhoods in America? Like when we get like these fruit juices before we even ever have a fruit? Is it like that?
Kind of. So they use some unique technology.
Bruh.
And they're going to use yellow carrots and apples.
Ew.
And they might use pineapples and lemons to help them make this orange juice.
My Mexican
that's
palate.
Not made with orange.
My Mexican palate, like piña and limon.
So
I see.
My question is, would you try this?
Hell no.
Not orange juice?
No, dude. If I'm gonna have some simulacra of something else, it's gonna be like Coca-Cola. It's gonna be something abstract. Like, Coca-Cola is not trying to be like a Coca-Cola fruit. It's just Coca-Cola. Just give me the combination of liquids that is gonna like trigger happiness in me. I don't need a fake this or that. Like for example, like when vegans, they're like, we have meat. We also have meat, and it's just like some like grilled root vegetable of some kind.
Oh, do not get me started on we grilled this, cooked it, mashed it, and made it some simulacra of meat, and then we will call it, I don't know, watermelon steak. You're not fooling anyone.
Get that shit out of my face, bro. There was like a week, because I'm like more on the carnivore side, so there was a week I tried vegan. Dude, I was like dying. I was like ordering only from vegan restaurants for like a week. Like by day 4, like I was just like I was like packed with vegetable oil. Like just hell nah. And I was ordering, like their version of meat or their version of whatever.
Here's the thing about it, and I know we're like kind of off topic from the orange juice, but have you heard of like cauliflower steaks?
No, but I can imagine what they are based on that.
Right, it's a vegan thing, and I honestly think I would probably eat it. I like cauliflower. Mm-hmm. But if you're like, I'm going to put this in place of a steak, now I'm like, no.
Yeah, and the same is true for on the carnivore side, by the way. Like if you're doing strict carnivore and you're like, hey, we also have bread, and they use like egg and like pork grinds to make some kind of bread or something, and then it's 100%. It's like, dude, just if I'm gonna eat bread, just give me bread. I think the only thing that allows it is the fact that most of our food isn't even the real food anyway. Like if I eat, let me see here. Yeah. I mean, the juice thing, to be honest, I thought the juice thing was already like the same situation. Like if I buy orange juice, like there are orange flavored juices that have 0% oranges in them, right? Like 0% fruit juice in it. So but
usually it's like a low percentage, because how orange juice is made is kind of weird and also relies on perfume.
Bruh. That's the natural flavors perfume?
Yeah, so like oranges that are used to make orange juice are like rotten or something. And so perfume companies have helped to make like the flavor. Yeah,
I mean, anyone who's actually eaten fruit, if you have like 3 fruits in a row, and you've sat down and you're like, I'm gonna slam these 3 fruits for some reason, they don't all taste the same. And yet, when you drink orange juice, that's 100% OJ, all of that orange juice, like the many milliliters of orange juice you just drank, it all tastes the same. So that's a very big clue to the reality that it's like you said, they have a bunch of, my understanding as well is that they have a bunch of orange juice and they freeze it because the market has to be predictable. They have to have a predictable output of orange juice. And they just leave it frozen for a long time to the point where the flavor is just shot. There's like almost no flavor in it. And they somehow like revitalize the flavor using something else. They can still label it as 100% orange juice because the juice is 100% orange juice. But the actual flavor you're hitting is something else. And now you're telling me it's perfume company.
It helps to make it, basically.
Yeah. So I mean, but it makes sense. Like again, if you eat literally 2 oranges and you eat them one after the other, one orange might be crappy and one orange might be delicious. You can't have that level of volatility in the juice world. Like when
can't have that level of volatility in much of anything.
Yeah. Under like in the consumer markets, like if a special orange juice company sells orange juice, you want it to taste like that company's orange juice every single time. But that's not reality. So,
but,
yeah, that's how I feel.
Just so you know, so that you're warned sufficiently. This new orange, not orange juice, is called Beyond.
They keep doing this, by the way. They keep doing, what was that, like the Beyond Meat? That was a thing too, right? Beyond, isn't that the company name? Let me see. Beyond.
I think it is.
Yeah,
and
Beyond
there's a couple
Meat,
of
LA.
no meat companies.
Yeah, get that shit out my face, and this is me putting it nicely. I still hold back on this podcast. Yeah, get that abomination and out of my face, and then just give me straight up Coca-Cola. Just give me like straight up something that would like disintegrate a rat if it fell into it. Like just give me the straight abstract like platonic ideals. Like Coca-Cola equals Coke, Taco Bell equals Taco Bell. It's like its own thing. It exists. Like it's a flavor that if drunk by some ancestor of ours, he would have to like sit down for like a week and think about it, thinker style, to figure out what the hell he just consumed. Like give me something like that. Don't give me no fake stuff. If I'm gonna be carnivore, then I don't need bread. If I'm gonna be vegan, then I don't need fucking cauliflower meat or whatever. What was it? Cauliflower steak.
Steak.
Yeah. But I think the real issue here is just that the reason all of this works is because most of our food isn't really food anymore. Like if like I think I don't know if people know, but like if you buy, Japanese convenience store food is lauded for being so delicious, and I suppose it is. But the egg they use is not egg. It's like two different chemicals. Like it's like yellow chemical mixture and then white chemical mixture, and it makes like this very delicious looking egg thing. And I'm sure there's like some egg parts in it, but it's not an egg, because imagine just having like some damn near raw egg on your food like all day until someone buys it. Like that's not a thing. So I think the main problem is like people are just used to buying these weird fake versions of stuff. And it's not even just food. Now at this point it's also girlfriends and boyfriends with like the AI thing. It's like, the real world is still there, kinda. You just need to actually invest money and invest time like going outside and stuff for it. So it's mainly, I think, our tendency to want to use less energy. So for example, if I wanted a partner, I'd have to put in a lot of work to get one compared to booting up Grok Annie or something and having a nice friendly conversation with her instead. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you kind of triggered me, and it was only it was only orange juice. Let me see. Beyond.
I didn't need to trigger you. I just thought it was like ridiculous, and I wanted your take.
I'm mad. I'm mad humanity has come to this.
It's just so funny to me to just not say like there's no oranges. We're gonna sell this like delicious mix of, what is it? Carrots, apples, pineapples, and lemons. You'll like it, we promise.
If there's no oranges, it's done. We killed them. This was our fault somehow. Accept it. Bring something back, like whatever this drink is, even if it's super delicious. Bring it, and hey, don't call it orange juice. This is the 1984 that like we gotta actually watch out for. Like when words don't mean what they mean, when like the words as like C programming pointers are pointing in some other direction.
I will say though, I'm looking at the package and it does say like we didn't use oranges, but it's 100% orange taste.
Get out of my face. Hold on. Non-orange juice package.
It really says, orange o tsukatte inai. No oranges used.
Well, okay, but Japan has like those like really strict false advertising things. Like if it were America, they'd just be like, this is orange juice from now on, and like something like that. Yeah. But in Japan, there's that whole thing where like the size of whatever the item is inside the packaging has to match the outside of the packaging, like real size. And then I do recall that the more, what was it? Like the more, like if you, okay, like I guess, let's stick with orange juice. If you have orange juice and if it's like a drawing of an orange, then that thing has like 0% juice. And if it's like a straight up like picture of an orange, then it likely has 100% juice in it. But like regulated. So like you're not allowed to have like a straight up picture of an orange if it's not 100% orange juice kind of thing. What's on the packaging then? Does it have a picture of an orange, or is it yeah, let me see the packaging. I'll include it into the show.
Oh god, I'm gonna send you this and you're gonna be like, what even is this? It just has an image of juice.
Just give me
I'm sending it to you right now. It's so funny.
Just give me Coke, bro.
I like that you're just so all in on Coke for this.
That's it's a question mark. It's a question mark. Okay, we got a Kagome Beyond. Orangeを使ってない. It says orange 味の 100% juice. What? So it's like we don't use any oranges and
100% orange taste.
Yeah, but 100% orange taste. And then it says 100% fruit juice. Let me see. They got some at the bottom. Let me see here. オレンジアレルギーの方に対応したものではありません. So it's like, if you have an allergy to oranges, this ain't for you. Interesting. Yeah, isn't that packaging like post-apocalyptic? Doesn't it seem like some like the question?
You have to put it in the video, and yeah, it is a little bit.
It's like having like the Riddler. It's like the Riddler made some juice. It's like a Batman villain made some juice, and it's like, would you like to drink this? Like, no, just give me, dude, just literally, just give me anything, but tell me what it is. And if it's like some weird abstract concept that exists in humanity's highest imagination, a la Coke and Pepsi and Dr. Pepper and that kind of stuff, then just give me that. And like, if I drink Dr. Pepper and it's like, what is this? And the response is, this is like at least 13 different things. I'm like, all right, but don't like tell me like, yeah, don't tell me like Pepsi's Coke and vice versa. You know, just tell me what it is. Name it something. They could have called it something else. They could have been more creative. I'm getting triggered by the Beyond thing. I'm getting triggered. It comes in a 195 millimeter box. So it's for children too. Because who the hell drinks 190? I guess adults out here also be drinking for lunch. I don't know how much that is in ounces, but it's not that much. Maybe 8 ounces? 8 ounces or 6 ounces?
Maybe about 8 ounces.
Yeah. Yellow carrots used in the juice have a natural sweetness, while apples were added. Just tell me it's a fruit mixture, bro. Just okay.
It should just be like a vegetable fruit mixture, because Kagome makes a lot of those, to be fair.
Yeah, and none of this is this isn't ill will towards Kagome, because yeah, like you said, they make some delicious stuff. But you should fire your PR team, please. Or whatever, whoever came up with this. Like, people gotta fight back. Especially, you know what, to be honest, I'm surprised this flew in Japan, because Japan is so like they probably risked a lot actually to get this out there, because Japan does not fuck around with false advertising. Not that this is, because it's got like some Riddler mark on it, but whatever.
It's
Dude.
one of those things where I think like they're betting that people are desperate enough to want the orange taste. Because people know that like orange flavored things have been disappearing off the shelf.
Then we fucked up, man. That's it. Humanity, it's done. Let her go. Let her go into the darkness. Let orange, let the orange goddess go. It's done. We fucked up. Oranges are not gonna cost $100 each. I'm offended. I'm offended and triggered and mad, and I'm gonna go get food after this. I'm gonna look for orange juice. And yeah, okay.
No, I understand, because I knew we were cooked when I went into Family Mart and they no longer had the sun-kissed orange. I was like, oh, and then I looked up, oh, oranges are not doing well. That was a couple of years ago, to be honest.
Damn. See, this is what humans are made for right here. You went out, you went to the usual place, something felt off, there was a change in the environment, you did a little research, and turns out you were right. Exactly. Nah, but the question mark is sending me, dude. Yeah. The question mark is so crazy. Orange? It's not. The answer is no. It's like that YouTube thing where it's like, if you have to ask the question, it's not. The answer is no. You know, like, where it's like, I don't know. Is the president actually something? It's like, probably no if you're asking it like that. Like, orange? It's not orange, bro. The Beyond. I'm so mad. I've just been staring at this package this whole time. Like, this part of the video.
I wanted to do some Japan news, and I sent you over the edge.
This part of the video is just like the packaging full frame, like covering everything. This is so ridiculous. Okay. All right. Well, I'm mad, but also kind of hungry now. So, okay. Well, thank you guys for listening again. And if you have oranges available to you, cherish them, and maybe try to make your own orange juice. That way you know it's like real orange juice. And when it tastes not as good as the one from your memory, well, that's because that was a real orange. That's my message. Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening, guys.
See you next week.